All right, Democratic recap, where to even begin. I guess first, let's just start off with Michelle Obama's endorsement.
I want to start by thanking Harvey Weinstein for organizing this amazing day. Harvey.
I'm just kidding. I was kidding. That was low.
Of Harvey, he is a wonderful human being, a good friend, and just a powerhouse.
I should have done it, but that did really happen, so character problems. Okay, so the night starts off with George Floyd's brothers going on and saying this.
George had a giving spirit, a spirit that has shown up on streets around our nation and around the world. People of all races, all ages, all genders, all backgrounds, peacefully protesting in the name of love and unity.
Are you sure about that, buddy? Are you sure that we're having peaceful protest in the name of love in the streets? Because I seem to remember a lot of things that look a bit like this.
Minneapolis today, with its charred remnants of last night's rioting, the fury evident at every corner. Overnight, demonstrators had rampaged. The violence, the anger, and the flames, at times well out of control, continued until dawn. And throughout, looting was equally rampant.
Good Lord, at the end of the day, people in the name of solidarity and love for George Floyd have literally burned down entire cities. And in the name of racial equality and racial justice are attacking any race, gender, business, area, neighborhood, anything you can imagine. They are literally burning it to the ground in the name of your brother. You would think that you'd have a bit more of a problem with that. We had these really cringe-worthy moments and a bunch of awkward stares because this is all pre-filmed before in live feeds and stuff. And then Cuomo comes on there and starts talking about how he's God's gift to the coronavirus and how New York City was the model for everything. Didn't you murder, like, everyone at nursing homes?
Governor Cuomo's New York State barred people from visiting their loved ones in nursing homes. His state simultaneously forced infected patients into the same places. And now we hear of an extra 1,700 deaths at these homes. The death count nearly 5,000. So unlike other parts of the world where people try to slow the spread, this action accelerated it.
He also goes on to call it the European virus.
The European virus infected the Northeast while the White House was still fixated on China.
I don't know how calling it the China virus is racist, but yet European virus, completely okay, seems a little backwards to me. All of this at the end of the day is just noise. What everyone was really waiting for is Michelle Obama's endorsement of Joe Biden. So let's talk about it.
I know Joe. He is a profoundly decent man, guided by faith. He was a terrific vice president.
Are you sure? A great vice president? If he was such a great vice president, then why wasn't he running for presidency the last time? Why was it Hillary Clinton? If he was so great, shouldn't it have been the natural thing that happens? Didn't your husband have to literally put a muzzle on this dude 24/7? Second of all, okay, let's get this out of the way as well. Michelle Obama, your husband, is arguably the worst American president in history. Joe Biden is a representation of the worst administration this country has ever seen. President Trump did more for Black America in his first month than your husband did in 8 years. Everyone also fails to mention the fact that Joe Biden's policies would raise tax dollars for Americans by about $4 trillion. But I digress. Joe Biden also wants national mandates of masks. Joe Biden also doesn't know that he's running for president.
My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate.
This is my favorite part. The entire speech of Michelle Obama, this is the best moment right here where she goes to call to action for everyone. Pay attention.
So if you take one thing from my words tonight, it is this. If you think things cannot possibly get worse, trust me, they can And they will if we don't make a change in this election.
For once, I agree, Michelle. Things can and they will get much, much, much worse if we elect Joe Biden. Because it's not conservatives out in the streets burning down cities, beating people up out of their cars, attacking women and children, and keeping our businesses closed down to where Americans can't work and Americans don't have jobs. Those aren't conservatives doing that. That would be the Democrats, and that would be you, and that would be everything that you people, oh my gosh, did he just say you? Yes, I did. You people, the Democrats, stand for. You are disgusting. You hate America. You do not care about Americans. But let's watch this last clip.
He knows what it takes to rescue an economy, beat back a pandemic, and lead our country. And he listens.
There's really nothing else for me to say here except to just show you this collection that is Joe Biden. Remember, Michelle Obama endorsed Harvey Weinstein as a great person and a great friend. This is her endorsement for President of the United States.
A man I'm proud to call my friend, a man who will be the next President of the United States, Barack America.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States of America, Barack Obama. We can speak out and be more straightforward. I'm not going to be a mule. I got something to do. I got to go do boom, boom, boom.
Hillary Clinton is as qualified or more qualified than I am to be Vice President of the United States of America. Let's get that straight. And quite frankly, it might have been a better pick than me, but she's first rate.
I know I'm called middle class, Joe. It's not meant as a compliment. It means I'm not sophisticated. I want to be clear. I'm not going nuts.
You're a damn liar, man. That's not true. I can get things done. That's why I'm running. And you want to check my shape on it, let's do push-ups together here, man. Let's run. Let's do whatever you want to do.
To the word united. To the number 30330. 30330. Or 303-330. Or BOO. Wait. But you got it. That saves billions of gallons of gasoline. I mean, billions of I think it's $2.3 billion worth of, $500 billion in savings and 2-point-something billion metric tons of CO2 going in the air. Well, folks, eliminate one tax loophole out of $1.6 trillion worth, $1.4 trillion worth. Out of $1.4 billion. It's hard to even say it, it's so much. And by the way, it's cost a lot of money. It cost about $740 billion over 10 years. Now is the time to heed the timeless advice from Teddy Roosevelt. Speak softly and carry a big stick. End of quote. I promise you, the president has a big stick. I promise you.
Joe, you want to administer the oath?
Am I doing this again? My memory is not as good as Justice Roberts, Chief Justice Roberts. I was a Democratic caucus. You ever been to a caucus? No, you haven't. You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier. You said you were, but now you got to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you. We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Wealthy kids, black kids.
In Delaware, the largest growth in population is Indian Americans moving from India. You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking.
Chuck Graham, state senator's here. Chuck, stand up, Chuck. Let him see you. Oh, God love you. What am I talking about? I tell you what, you're making everybody else stand up, though, pal. Thank you very, very much. His mom lived in Long Island for 10 years or so. God rest her soul. And although your mom's still alive as your dad passed. God bless her soul.